Just joining us here at 6 o'clock, breaking news. A Toledo police officer has been shot.
Our team of reporters is tracking these breaking details. Tony Geftis is at Mercy Health St. V's, where that officer is being treated right now. But we want to start with a check-in with McKenzie Kuehnlein. She's live near the scene of that shooting. McKenzie, how's the officer?
Well, Sasha, I had a chance to talk with the detective. He tells me that officer is expected to be okay. He's currently at the hospital getting treatment, but investigators would not say exactly how the officer suffered a gunshot wound. There is still a very heavy police presence where that shooting happened here on the 4100 block of Kuehnlein. They do have it blocked off here between Sylvania and Clara this morning. Detectives focusing their investigation around a house further down behind me here that is blocked off with crime scene tape. We also see that a SWAT team is still here on scene. Officers have been searching the area, patrolling with their vehicles around the nearby neighborhood, also searching with flashlights. They were originally called out to this neighborhood around 2:15 this morning. Now, neighbors tell me that they have been asked to stay inside their homes while police are still here investigating. In fact, the police chief, George Kroll, took to Twitter this morning asking residents to stay clear of the area, that this is an active crime scene, and a press conference is planned for later this morning. Again, detectives will not release any additional information about how a Toledo police officer was shot this morning. We are expecting more from Chief Kroll later on this morning, but for now, we'll send things back to you, Jeff and Sasha.
Firefighters still on the scene of a massive house fire. This is happening between State Route 65 and County Road Q. 13 ABC's McKenzie Kuehnlein has been there all morning long. She joins us live with an update.
Well, Christina, I want to give you an idea as to where exactly we are at. This is in Henry County, but right across the road is Wood County, just outside of Grand Rapids Township. This is here in Damascus Township, where you can see crews are still on scene of what was a massive house fire. We talked to the Damascus Township fire chief. Tells me when crews arrived, they saw heavy smoke and flames coming out of the home. And the homeowner actually left around 2 o'clock this morning for work. And that's when fire crews arrived here on scene to find that home engulfed in flames. This is a brick home, and they tell me that the roof of the home actually collapsed just about an hour before we were live on air this morning. Now, we also talked to the Damascus Township chief about there were some issues this morning finding the home due to getting the wrong address. Take a listen.
13 ABC's McKenzie Kuehnlein has their heartfelt tribute.
It's the familiar voice that made our mornings a little brighter.
Yeah, it was great because what I ended up doing was...
Harvey J. Steele, known for his wit and heart, and half of Toledo's #1 morning show, K100 Shores and Steel.
We got paid to come in and be goofy and play and just act stupid, and it worked.
For 23 years, Gary Shores and Harvey Steele brought laughter to our mornings. The duo's chemistry did not go unnoticed.
Going to Nashville and winning the CMA award was a huge deal for us. It really was. And it sort of put us on the map, and it put K100 on the map, not only locally but nationally.
Last Wednesday was the final time the two hit the airwaves together. Steele suffered from diabetic ketoacidosis. He was admitted to the hospital Saturday with a blood sugar level over 1,000. His sugar stabilized, but he did not survive. Harvey died Thursday at the age of 60.
I'm glad I had a studio full of support and a lot of Kleenex because I needed it. It's tough. I mean, I lost my little brother.
Harvey's family joined Gary in studio Friday, sharing the heartbreaking news with K100 listeners.
He was a fighter until the end. He was so strong. I'm sure what he was going through was so scary. I was sitting with him the whole time, and the thing that I remember, my sister was on one side of the bed holding his hand, and I was on the other, and he had this huge machine on. There was no way he should have been able to talk or move or really do anything with all the drugs that were flowing through his body as well, and he just said, "I just love you guys."
Harvey's fight for his life started 20 years ago. He was given just days to live with end-stage liver disease. He received 2 life-saving transplants. From then on, he was on a mission to raise awareness as a recipient about organ donation. Steele's daughter, Kara, runs Life Connection of Ohio, a role she chose after seeing the impact of her dad's journey.
that liver was strong, you know. It wasn't his liver that took him, and it was still going. So 20 plus years because someone said yes to the gift of life is an amazing thing.
And Harvey lived life to the fullest. He was wildly known for his love of the Toledo walleye.
His last walleye game was on December 16th, so he was there. I know he'll continue to be there in spirit and root him on.
If you've ever heard of these two things,
A voice on the radio that became so much more to the city that loved him.
He was a friend, a great radio colleague, a great morning show co-host, and he definitely made radio a lot of fun, and he will be missed.
In Toledo, McKenzie Kuehnlein, 13 ABC, Action News.
McKenzie Kuehnlein is there now with a look at the surveillance video. McKenzie.
Yes, Asham, I had a chance to go inside, talk with the manager here, and he is visibly shaken up by what happened here this morning, showing me that surveillance video. We want to get right to that this morning. This, again, happening at the Sunoco gas station on Lewis and Temperance, just about 2:30 this morning. In the surveillance video, you can see a minivan pull up in front of the gas station before backing into it. The manager tells me that there are 3 suspects involved in the smash and grab that happened here this morning. In the video, you can see one of them get out, run into this store. A second suspect is inside the trunk of that blue minivan. The suspects then load up an ATM that the manager says was filled with roughly $4,000 before taking off. Now, police are searching for those 3 suspects described as wearing a dark hoodie and dark pants. That blue minivan did have a Michigan license plate, and at last check, we are being told that Northwood police confirmed to 13 ABC that they are currently searching for those 3 suspects in that area. So again, this search is on for those 3 suspects involved in the smash and grab that happened here this morning. The manager hoping that they will open later this morning, but again, as you can see here live, they are still working to clean up after their front doors shattered when that minivan backed into it this morning. Crime scene tape surrounds the Sunoco gas station at the corner of Lewis and Temperance. Employees spend much of the morning cleaning up the mess left behind after a smash and grab happened here around 2:30 this morning, and the whole thing caught on surveillance. You can see a minivan pull up in front of the Sunoco gas station. Moments later, the vehicle rams through the front doors, shattering the glass. Then one suspect is seen running from around the corner and into the store. Watch again, this time from a different camera inside. The suspect pulls the ATM free and attempts to open the van's trunk. A second suspect is then seen getting out of the vehicle. The pair lift the ATM and carry it to the side of the van. They load it inside before a third suspect drives the vehicle away. Just minutes later, video shows a Monroe County Sheriff deputy arriving on scene. The gas station manager tells 13 ABC off camera the crooks got away with nearly $4,000. The suspects are described as wearing a dark hooded sweatshirt and driving a blue minivan with the Michigan license plate. That vehicle is believed to have been stolen.
A single mother of 4 is without a vehicle after it was stolen from her Toledo home, and it turns out it was used to commit a crime earlier this week. 13 ABC's McKenzie Kuehnlein has a story you'll see only on 13 ABC.
I park over here.
Tiffany Fife parked her vehicle in the same spot outside her home on Gibbons Lane.
I usually just park in front of the house. My door usually lines up with the little pothole thingy that's right there.
Wednesday morning, she woke up to find it wasn't there.
I call 911 and I tell them, that my vehicle, was stolen, and I give them all the information.
What happened next? She could not believe.
So I'm like, what? Wait. Oh my God, is that my van?
Tiffany turned on the news to see this surveillance video from a smash and grab at a Sunoco gas station in Temperance, Michigan. The crooks, using her blue Chrysler minivan, smashed through the front doors. The suspect pulls an ATM free and attempts to open the van's trunk. A second suspect is then seen getting out of the vehicle. The pair lift the ATM and carry it to the side of the van. They load it inside before getting away with nearly $4,000.
I'm like, am I dreaming? Like, this can't be real, right?
Tiffany says she then got a call from Toledo police. Officers found her vehicle on the corner of Miami and Oakdale, destroyed and drenched in gasoline.
Right before the holidays, it was our only vehicle. It's all we had.
This single mother of 4 says her insurance does not cover theft.
I don't have a plan. We We didn't have a backup plan or anything.
She is now left without a vehicle that she relied on every day.
I got diagnosed with thyroid cancer, so I have several doctor's appointments that I have to get back and forth to.
As for the suspects, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office says they're still on the run. Yeah, good morning, Tony. We have our cart ready for some shopping because this morning Target's opening an hour earlier to do what's called sensory-friendly shopping experience for those with autism, and it's a partnership with Bittersweet Farms in White House, and I have Shannon Solt with us. Shannon, good morning.
Good morning.
And you are with Bittersweet Farms, and this is a first-time experience for your clients. What will they be taking part in?
Yeah, so everybody knows that holiday shopping can be stressful, so especially for people with sensory challenges. And individuals with autism are sensitive to bright lights, loud music, big crowds. So by taking away some of that stimulation, individuals with sensory challenges will be able to holiday shop.
So going through the aisle shopping, it's going to be a lot like this, not a lot of crowds. We have the light dim. And does that just create a more calming experience for them?
Well, we love this story. We've all heard the saying, practice makes perfect. That's exactly what happened for a University of Toledo student who is the winner of a $100,000 scholarship. 13 ABC's McKenzie Kuehnlein followed up with her today after her incredible win.
Rachel Burns now has a whole lot of cash for college.
I have the Dr. Pepper check that I received on the field.
The University of Toledo sophomore is the winner of the Dr. Pepper Challenge and a $100,000 scholarship.
I am ecstatic. It definitely alleviates the pressure of being worried about not being able to afford school.
Rachel competed in the tuition giveaway at AT&T Stadium in Texas Saturday. The goal? To throw as many footballs as she could through a target in just 30 seconds.
On the field when we were warming up, I was throwing 30-plus yard spirals, so I can hold my own against the boys.
Rachel went head-to-head during halftime of the Oklahoma-TCU Big 12 championship game. She won, getting 16 footballs through the target.
It was definitely nerve-wracking. They tell you right before you go out, the stadium's almost sold out. You got about 80,000 people watching you, and then, oh, there's over about 7 million people tuned in live right now. So here's go time.
3, 2, 1, go.
Rachel practiced for several weeks ahead of the contest. She was selected during a nationwide search because of this video.
Hi, my name is Rachel Burns.
You see, Rachel has cystic fibrosis. She was told she wasn't going to live past the age of 18.
We don't even have to have cystic fibrosis. It's whatever obstacle you may face. You know, you should never let anything hold you back.
Rachel's now studying for a career in the pharmaceutical industry. She says she wants to succeed in medicine to help others like her.
That's the biggest message I can possibly get out there is go for your dreams. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you can't do something. And if they do, prove them wrong.
13 ABC's McKenzie Kuehnlein shares their heartwarming story.
This 8-month-old baby girl officially became Margot Joyner.
And the court orders the name of the minor changed to Margot Elise Joyner, the full name by which she shall be known hereafter.
Margot was one of 4 children to be legally adopted Monday morning. For her foster parents, Nikki and John Joyner, the journey to adopt their daughter started when she was just 3 days old.
She came into our care when she was 3 days old, so we actually found out about her when she was born, and she came home with us from the hospital, and and she's just been with us ever since, and it's been a really incredible journey.
We're not able to have children, and we came to the conclusion that this is going to be sort of our ministry, is to get into foster care. We wanted to give these kids the love that they otherwise wouldn't receive.
More than 1,000 children are in the Lucas County foster system. 67 of those are waiting to be adopted.